boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's biggest cousin, cryptography's finest. Champagne, I'm back. You thought I was not going to come back, but I'm back when things are down, and that's when it matters. Kaboom! Ethereum, Bitcoin melting down. We're anticipating the Fed announcement this week. Has crypto failed? It's been a sleeper. It's been a sleeper. Let's talk about that. Shout out to the chat box. Shout out to the meta maniacs that were checking up on the champ as I took a few weeks break for the first time in 5 years plus. I know some haters out there like, oh, the champ finally stopped. The champ. Guys, I'm the champion. The champion of crypto, guys. We'll be here. Kaboom! Took a little break out there. Went out to the Florida Keys. Went fishing. Caught some yellowtail. Posted a little flick over there on the Discord. Make sure you're following me. Giving you guys an update as to what I've been doing on the sidelines. Really more on the main game now. As crypto takes a little bit of a rester here. A little bit of a rest stop here in the crypto trajectory if you're looking at the big picture. Meltdown. No, there's a lot of bulls out there. There's been bulls all year. And I'm telling you, I've been bearish all year. Pretty much. Not all year, but most of it. And I've been correct. Stick with the DCA. DCA every single week. DCA. Make sure you have that on automatic. Now, I won't lie. You know, I've had to do a couple cash outs here and there, but that has not stopped the weekly DCA. Kaboom! Shout out to the meta maniacs there in the chat. Shout out to the Discord. Make sure you're following me on all the links. I'm still there. Check out Pictory AI if you want to create videos with no tech skills, no software. You just put up an article and it'll make a video for you. Make sure you check out all my links. Join the centralized exchanges. Not because I support centralized exchanges, but because they're ports of entry to and from fiat currency into and out of crypto. And you need them because one may shut down or not, and you need in and out. It's like having multiple passports. It's like having multiple passports, guys. You want to have in and out of different ports of entry in and out of crypto. You got the crypto.com, you got Coinbase, of course, you got the Gemini, you got Uphold, you got several there. And I'm not saying one is better than the other, although there could be arguments for support of platforms against others, but I'm just saying that you need to have them. Kaboom. Let's talk about, let's look at the math over here. Let's check out TradingView and see how things are cooking. Kaboom. As I said, I took a little break over there in the keys. Guys, make sure you take yourself a break. Okay? Sometimes, you know, I know some may not have the time to afford a break, but maybe do something in your schedule that is different and that breaks you off out of the redundancy. Sometimes, look, listen, repetition is the key to success. You want to make sure you repeat, but sometimes you may get bogged down. You got to do a deload. Sometimes you got to readjust and reshift. And I'm glad I did. We're back. Maybe not with the daily live streams as we did before, because I want to make sure that we're adding value. And, you know, crypto every day, I don't want to be telling you guys the same thing every single day. Okay, if there's something new, I'm going to come out. I'm going to let you guys know if there's a new DeFi platform, a new NFT, if any leads are out there. And then when things get bloody, I think you guys need the champ to remind you that I'm here for the long gun. Now, has crypto failed? I don't think so. Okay, but crypto is not the same thing it used to be. Crypto at one point was an alternative to the fiat system. It was an alternative to the fiat system. Now, not so much so. Now it is almost directly correlated to the fiat system. And why? Because it grew. It grew so big, okay, which is great. That's what we wanted it to do. It grew so big that now it's grown into the fiat system. And maybe, hopefully, one day it will grow over the fiat system. But I'm not sure. I'm going to be honest with you. Maybe it's being grafted into the fiat system. And perhaps that was the plan all along. You know, I do have conspiracy theories, Satoshi's Santa Claus, and the blockchain was meant to put you in a block and chain from the beginning. We've talked about this. What was sold as a freedom tool or a tool for financial freedom ultimately could be the opposite, perhaps. Now, there's an argument there, especially if you consider CBDC, central bank digital currencies, and what they have to offer. And in many cases, it's what they're offering is complete control over those that use their currency. So, you know, there's things to consider. Now, you know, I may be going off on a tangent here, and that's okay. But the big picture here is that I think Bitcoin will continue to lead the charge. Ether already had its limelight with this merger. It did what I expected it to do. In fact, I expected it to pump a little bit more, perhaps a little closer to 3,000. Ultimately, didn't even hit 25. Okay, and that's it. You know, what's happening now for ETH, there's very little excitement for Ethereum in the horizon. Now, that may change, obviously. Now, begs the question, now is it Bitcoin's time to shine? Because remember, you know, for a while there, everything was Ether, 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 and people were questioning if Bitcoin was that big dog. And if you look at the charts, BTC has retained its value better than Ether has in the past month. Now, one could argue is because, you know, people sold the Ether merge, and that may be true. Okay, I'm still glad that I have BTC. Am I glad that the majority of the portfolio is in BTC? We can argue that. Am I upset? Excuse me. No, I'm not upset about it. I think it's important to have BTC in the bag. It's still arguably the most decentralized of all cryptos, but again, you could critique BTC. You know, everybody's hanging on off of this anonymous figures or so-called anonymous. That's the thing. It's so-called. I mean, listen, BTC is fishy in itself. Okay, there's holes in the boat. And I know people are like, well, but champ, oh my God, BTC. Listen, my dear BTC maxis need to come to terms with that there's some funny bunny there. Okay? Now, we give thanks because ultimately it has outperformed most people's expectations. So shout out to BTC for that. Adrian Kent's back in the box, one of the OGs here. Adrian, welcome back. Thumbs up and a heart. I see Adrian always showing love. I appreciate it. As I was saying earlier, if you didn't tune on in, the champ took the longest break I ever have taken in the YouTube career over here. 5+ years on the tube. And I'd never taken more than a few days. So we went out to the Florida Keys, had fun, did some fishing. And then I came back, and then I've been focusing the majority of my time in expanding and growing my Amazon business, my fulfillment by Amazon business, which an Amazon business is something I've had for a while, but simply just selling books and CDs. And I wasn't going hard on it. I mean, I'd pause. I wasn't going too hard on it. I was doing maybe, you know, a couple $100 a month at most. So it was something like, you know, something on the side. But lately I've been focusing all my time on it. Make sure you're selling something. Okay, you want to make revenue, you need to be selling something. Okay? Preferably multiple items. This has nothing to do against crypto or anything. That's fine. Keep stacking and packing the crypto, but you got to make sure that you're selling, whether it be another crypto or some merchandise or some sort of something. You got to be selling. If not, you're helping someone else sell. Think about that. Either you sell or be sold, or help someone else be sold. Sell. Most everybody's working for a company that's selling something. Unless you're for a nonprofit, there's a whole nother thing going on over there. But even nonprofits sell things. They're be selling something. The thing is with crypto, it's been so much about hodl. And listen, that's great. Hodling BTC has been the strategy. Okay? But if you're expecting to hodl for the rest of your life and that's it, cool for you. But that's not creative. Okay? Delayed gratification is great, but you want to delay your gratification as you continue to create and do things. Okay? Create more listings, make more projects, make more content, make more things. Perhaps. There's a time for that, guys. And for my hodlers that have been sitting there hodling, continue to do that, but make other things and do other things as well. Some people, I still see them. Some of the YouTubers out here, I'm not going to name specific names. They're still talking about the projects that they're waiting to pop off. And I get it. So am I. Okay, I'm not talking about it. I'm waiting, but I'm not just sitting on my hands waiting. There's a bunch of stuff that we're waiting on BTC to swing back around. We're waiting on Ether to swing back. We're waiting on crypto. This is the crypto waiting room. We're back in it. But guys, I don't want you sitting around in the waiting room. I don't even want you sitting around listening to the champ too much in the waiting room. That's why I haven't been on every single day. Because I need you guys out there active and doing something else so that you can generate revenue. Looking at the favorite cryptos all day long and waiting for... Right now, the projects are not popping off. Maybe if you got into drip, maybe, I don't know. Maybe if you got into the drip, I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, but I'm not into that, and shout out to those that made the bag. But people have to find their way. You sit around waiting for Richard Hart to drop Pulse Chain. We've been waiting for how long for Richard? Listen, it might boom. I still feel good about it. But my job is not to wait on Richard. And it shouldn't be yours either. You should be on and popping on something else. I'm talking to everybody out there. That's just waiting and waiting. Not only waiting on Richard, because I am. Like many others. But waiting on the next Ether project or, the next NFT. That's cool. That's cool. But too much waiting. Be careful with that. Okay? You know who waits? Patience. Okay? That's why they call them patients. You want to be the patient, you want to be the doctor. Think about that. It gets deep. It gets deep. You wait too much, you become a patient. Literally. You're waiting on people. Go out there and do something. So, focusing on that train of thought, doing something. What's the champion doing? I told you, FBA. I'm going to share some of it. But I'm going to be honest. I don't want to share, I made $100. You know what I mean? It's been taking a while, specifically with the FBA, because you got to get ungated. And what that means is approved to sell certain brands. So I just actually got the email today. I'm approved to sell New Balance. Okay, now I can sell all brand New Balance. So there's a whole nother market right now that I can sell to. I can sell to all the newbie heads. Okay? And this is in addition to stacking the crypto every single week. Every single week. Maybe BTC and ETH. But that's the only ones I'm focused on right now. There's a bunch of other ones, be honest with you. And I'll worry about that when the crypto market trend obviously changes. When the crypto market trend obviously changes, and we're nowhere near that. We're going to see the Fed announce what they're going to do with the interest rates this week. Some are expecting a 100 basis point increase, 1% increase. And if that's so, I think that, believe it or not, I mean, what the long-term implications is probably not that, I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I have arguments pro and con. But I would say short term, if they announce it on Wednesday, we're going to go up 100 basis point, the market's going to go up. The market's going to go up. It's going to go back up. We're going to see BTC perhaps over 20 again, Ether back over 15, and so on. Now, that's for the short term. We might see that, going into the weekend, and then boom, back, next week by Tuesday or Wednesday, we may be bloody again. Drop a comment. Let me know what's shaking and baking. And once again, shout out to Adrian Kent. Shout out to the meta maniacs, those that are still with me, those that have checked up on me. They're like, champ, I haven't heard from you. What's going on? Did you fall off the map? The champ took a break from streaming, not from crypto. I'll tell you, we're still there, stacking and packing, boom, 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 boom. But you know, as far as those projects speculating, the speculation right now, let it cool down. Let it cool down. Let it cool down. Let it cool down. Has crypto failed? No, I think crypto succeeded to a lot more than people actually expected. You know, because there's people who said, oh, crypto is going to change the whole world. And, you know, you had your kumbaya crypto guys. I sipped some of that kumbaya crypto stuff for a while. But let's be honest. I mean, this thing went a lot further than anybody expected. You know, you're talking about BTC was sub $100, and you're looking at what BTC's price today is near what the all-time highs were in the last bull run in 2017. So, I mean, is it really that bad? I don't think so. I don't think so. We're just going to have some patience. Thing is, though, that so many people in the crypto space got used to just straight up gains, and it was like almost like a salary for many people that were in crypto every single day, such as the champ. And things don't always go straight up forever. You know, we're going to see the peaks and the valleys. And right now we're in a valley, and it's going to be trading sort semi sideways or downwards for a while. That's cool. Continue to hodl, but don't expect the same passive income that you were receiving before. And really, guys, for my passive income, guys, listen, it's great, and I receive it, passive income. But if that's the only way that you expect to win, by being passive and just doing nothing, that's not a recipe for success. Okay? You're going to have to work a little bit. You're going to have to do something. You're going to have to kind of get in the trenches. It's going to take a little bit more than just locking up your hex for 5-10 years. Like some will lead you to believe. You're going to have to add something in rather than just waiting. Waiting is part of it. Believe me, and I think that there's a big lesson to be learned with delayed gratification. But delayed gratification without any action is not going to surpass those that delay gratification and stay active. Kaboom. All right, guys. We've been on for about 20. I appreciate you, Metamaniacs. Adrian's still with me. And those that are checking out the replay, jump out in the Discord. Let me shout out someone in the Discord. A name I hadn't seen before, but let me know that they're doing Amazon as well. And they're selling and shaking and baking over there. Well, let me shout you out. I'm pulling up the account real quick. What's your name? Let me shout you out. And for any people out there doing any sort of e-commerce, I think it meshes well with crypto. Right now, my crypto heads need to expand all e-commerce right now. The champ is the general letting you know the call. If you're just resting on hodling your crypto right now, you need to do more. I need you pumping. I need you active. I need you watching less streams and doing more streams and or more work. You guys are fiddling around way too much online. Not doing enough. You're considering way too many things and not doing enough. Let me give you a perfect example with myself. When I was, shout out to Sherrod Diaz. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but he let me know he's doing Amazon wholesale. He's looking for distributors online. So shout out to him. If you want to talk about that, jump in the Champagne Room Discord. I'm going to go ahead and evolve the Champagne Room Discord to all game stuff. So it's going to be not only crypto. Okay, we're going to go into other e-commerce, also self-improvement as far as exercise. I want all of that there. Okay, and eventually I think the channel is going to do that as well. Because this is champagne beyond crypto at this point. Crypto included, though. Okay. I was going to say something. I completely lost my train of thought. But shout out to Sherrod Diaz, or Deas. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. But that's what's going on. I want the channel to include multiple content. So kaboom to you. All right, guys. Shout out to Adrian. Shout out to everybody else following me. Make sure you go ahead and follow the links. Jump in there, guys. Let me know. Go to the gym. I haven't stopped going to the gym. Even when I was out there in the Florida Keys, they had a little gym in the hotel room. So I was going there in the morning or whatnot. And, making sure I hit up some reps. So make sure you're always staying active. And if you didn't go to the gym, just walk. Walking. Everybody should walk at least, 20, 30 minutes a day. Just walk. Walk, stay loose and stay moving, stay grooving. All right, guys, stay strong. Shout out to Adrian, the rest of the boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest.